Do it for the tube.
What's this? What? What's going on?
So this is going to be our passenger side sender. Basically, this side sends fuel over to the driver's side to be pumped out. Currently, the way your car is you have fuel pumps on the driver's side that are sending fuel to the passenger side that are then in return being sent up to the front of the car. So we're reversing that. This is kind of a setup where this one just slaves off of the driver's side now.
Okay.
So that'll get replaced in your car, and then your fuel module.
Too, man. When I'm here, I don't touch anything. I put my hands in my pockets when I'm around these cars, man. I don't even want to accidentally knock something, you know what I'm saying? I know how I get to, like, at my house, if something's moved, where's it at? Bless you.
Yeah, I'm that way too. I
like, where's it at?
Everything has a place.
There was 4 nuts right here. Where's the nuts? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't work until I find the other nut. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's nothing worse than somebody asking you if you know where something might be and you truly don't.
Yeah.
They feel like you do.
Yeah.
That's the feeling.
Oh yeah, by the way, I asked Chris about that. I think I told you about as far as the bypass valve.
Yeah, the transmission.
He said that our transmission comes with it already.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
It's gonna already happen.
That makes sense. So it's probably for the standard Hellcats then, with the automatic transmission.
Because it's like a little $180 part. Like that's literally nothing for something so great.
And I would assume that the reason why your cars do, because they got much more horsepower. They're more specific to being closer to a track car than a regular,
Street
Hellcat,
car.
Charger Hellcat is, Challenger Hellcat is, because they assume most people that's gonna be a street vehicle.
Yeah.
You guys have turned your monsters into predominantly track cars.
Like now, it's like it's fairy tale, man. It's like it's a myth, man. It's really a myth. It's like, dude, your car doesn't make that kind of power. Okay, all right, it doesn't make that kind of power. That's fine. You don't want to see me on the track, though. You know what I'm saying?
So here is your 4 innovations. 274 times 3
Okay.
fuel module.
274 times 3.
Yes, sir.
And what, for the audience, what does that mean?
So that is the size of the fuel pumps themselves.
Okay.
We are running a primary pump, and then we will have 2 secondary pumps, which for me, this is the largest amount of pumps, and this is our standard. The 274, you can do a 285 on the secondary pumps. We've done that, and we realized that we were getting a lot of heat. So the pumps, if you don't keep the fuel capacity in the tanks, if you don't keep this module, if these pumps submerged, then they're going to heat up very fast. And when they create heat, you start getting vapors, you start getting heat that you don't want. I'm assuming that it dilutes the fuel, can dilute the fuel. Something can go wrong with the fuel. I don't know if it breaks it down. I would assume that the answer to that is yes. But you have your socks here are very important, to keep clean. Anytime, within a year, we're going to change these socks out, but we're also going to be monitoring it. We're going to be taking the fuel hat off. We're going to be making sure that there's no discoloration in our socks, because if there is, we're going to get them clean. We're going to keep our 128 millimeter fuel filter, clean. This thing has a stainless steel media inside of it. We're going to make sure that that is kept up clean. We're going to have a fuel pressure on each side of it so that we can determine how much is going in, how much is coming out. That'll kind of give us a telltale sign if we're having a problem with this thing getting dirty.
Okay.
But this is the monster right here. I mean, if you run out of fuel with this guy, you know, you might be
big trouble.
You might be in big trouble. You might need to step up, you know, to a mechanical pump.
Yeah.
that really should only be on a you know, a serious street. I'm sorry, yeah, like on a serious drag car.
Yeah.
So I couldn't imagine your car in the Demon that we're working on currently, and any of the other ones that we've done. I couldn't imagine you guys starving for fuel anymore. We're running dash 10 lines, so we have a dash 10 feed line that goes into
dash 10. Okay.
Yeah, dash 10 feed line that's going to go into the Magnuson fuel rails. You have a Magnuson, all the other guys have Magnuson. So, and we're going to run them in series. So what we're doing is we're actually supplying each fuel rail with its own line. We're not going to come in to the passenger side, feed 8 through 2, and then jump over and feed 1 through 7. We're going to go ahead and give them both their own fuel. Hopefully we're not leaning anything out, starving number 7, starving number 5. Hopefully, you know, everything has the maximum amount that it needs. And we're also creating a return system. So we're going to come in, we're going to give it more fuel than it can use possibly, but that's okay because it's going to return back what it doesn't need. Currently, the cars, they don't have a return system. They're a returnless system. So we can play with the fuel pressure on this. We're going to put the fuel pressure for you guys probably around 52, 53.
Okay.
And if I'm not mistaken, at idle, at normal driving under 2,000 RPMs, you guys probably need between 42 and 47. I could be wrong, but I think that's right about where you are. So we're going to give you guys more than you need. Of course, when you're out, it's cold, it's hot. E85, non-E85 vehicles, the tuner's going to go in and change all the stuff and do what needs to be done on the car on a daily basis. Cold tunes, hot tunes, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But this is your monster. I mean, we've got our regulator, our 4 Innovations regulator. Like I said, we've got our filters, we've got our module. We are running our own fuel lines that are come up. We have an FC3 controller that you see here. So this is the brain. This is basically everything. Is going to be told what to do by this guy right here. You're going to have your primary pump is going to be off of voltage. Secondary pump is also off of voltage, and then your third pump is off of a hub switch. So depending on the vacuum that the motor's creating, that'll tell the third pump what to do.
That's nice. It's automatic. It's very simple. That's awesome.
Yeah. We're not relying on you to turn anything off, turn anything off. This is everything you see here is all key on function. It's going to come on when the vehicle comes on. We're hoping to get rid of any problems with gas being in the lines, with not cold starts per se, but really hot starts. You run into a situation where when the car gets hot, you turn it off. A lot of times they don't want to start. Well, that's because they actually have gas in the fuel lines themselves. Well, we're hoping that this is gonna go in and alleviate that problem.